Coming up on this exciting episode of the Angry Geek Show.
Dingleberry!
Comic books stacked, games on the screen, talking about the heroes and the ones in between. From Gotham to the stars, through the multiverse they go. It's nerd life loud on the Angry Geek Show. They're angry, they're geeky, they're breaking it down. From cosplay queens to legends in town. Grab your popcorn, let your fandom flow. It's time to tune in to the Angry Geek Show. Superman debates, Boba Fett's jetpack. Marvel versus DC, no holding back. Con floor interviews, hot takes they throw. They'll nerd out with you on the Angry Geek Show. They're angry, they're geeky, they're breaking it down. Legends, creators, the best all around. Grab your Funko, your lightsaber glow. It's time to tune in to the Angry Geek Show. From horror flicks to retro toys, geek girls, geek guys making all the noise. With passion and heart, they're running the game. If you're part of the tribe, you're part of the flame. They're angry, they're geeky, they're breaking it down. Fandom united in every town. Con to con, let the good vibes grow. All hail the kingdom of the Angry Geek Show.
Hey, it's Monday night. Thank you for being down with the crown and not watching the other clowns. I am Louis Perry, and with me every Monday night is the one and only Sophia Cormier. She is one hot angel on one cool devil. We bring podcasting to a whole new level. And yeah, we're rocking and rolling. We had a busy weekend. I was in one place, you were in another place, and the world wasn't going to explode. But this weekend, we're going to be together, rocking and rolling on the road. I'm going to pick you up, and we're going to go all the way to New Hampshire, to Granite State Comic Con.
New Hampshire.
And yes, New Hampshire. I'm going to get you at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
No, you're just like, okay. No,
hey, if it's Comic Con, I'm up. You know that.
Trust me. I know. No, we're going to be rocking and rolling. It's going to be awesome. And Rose goes, don't make her pay for breakfast. I'm picking her up. She got to pay for dinner.
Hey, I don't do breakfast. Remember, I told you I'll get diarrhea.
Yeah, I know. No, I made you eat breakfast, though. I did. I made you eat breakfast.
I had a piece of cantaloupe.
I know. But Rose is like, you're not making that child pay for nothing. I'm like, yes, I am. She's going to pay for something. Anyway, we got comments coming in.
Partners. Okay.
Yes, right. We are partners. We are business partners, 100%. We are family to the end.
All right.
Hey, you know what? Wait. Before we get started, I got to say, I have to say, before we get comments, before we get our guest on.
Yes.
Thank you for making this fun again. Thank you for, I have been a promoting machine, building stuff for you and me. And people at ARE even said it. They noticed it. I am much more happier now doing this. You're bringing us to a whole new level. This year at Rhode Island Comic Con, we got something brand new, and it's because it's going to be just you and I. And so stay tuned for that. But I got to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because
thank you.
I'm happy and rejuvenated, and this is just awesome. And everything that's been going on has just been amazing, and I want to thank you for that.
Aw, well, thank you. I'm happy to hear that.
Yes. All right. Let's get to the comments before. Hey, we got Ware, Massachusetts. Look at that in the comment. Oh,
so, yes. Void says, hey, you wonderful people. Hello, Void.
What's going on, Void?
Denmarkian Future. 2. Challenger. Hello, hey, Alex. It was great seeing you last weekend. Jason. Hello, Jason. Also from the future.
Seven Hans.
The UK. Seven Hans. Guy says hello. Sophia and Lewis. Hi, Guy. Evil.
Hi, Guy.
What's up, y'all? Hello, Evil.
Evil Knievel? I
She's
like
always
Evil
ready
Knievel.
for cons. She is always ready no matter what time. Absolutely. Whoop. And we're moving. Okay. Sean Scott, Daydreaming Comics. Love you guys. Aw, love you guys.
That's one of the networks that we're on. Thank you, Sean. And Sean, I owe Sean so much. I got to read this stuff because he wants me on board of directors for this. Okay. And I owe him so much, but we are so busy. And dude, I am not avoiding you. I just got to do that. So I'm so sorry.
Alrighty. We got Guy coming back. We are all happier with Sophia in our life. Oh,
yes, we are.
We are. I appreciate
when she
that.
comes in my house, it all like lights up. Rosie's like, oh, she's
you sure that's not me exploding? Just kidding.
Yes. No.
Wait, absolutely 1000 agree with Guy. Seva hand.
Seva hands.
And then
our guest is going to talk about Seva hands.
Hello. I just
accepted your
request. It was so nice to meet you guys at Fan Expo. I can't wait to game with you again. All right, we are caught up on the comments.
We are caught up on the comments. Okay, hey, guess what?
What?
He is in my neck of the woods tonight, and I have to work. He's in.
Wait,
he's actually.
Cena?
Yes, yes, he is in Springfield, Massachusetts.
You ready?
Yes.
Soft hands.
Soft hands.
We got 7 hands and soft hands. Okay.
All right, so this past weekend, I was at Retro Super Expo. We're promoting Rhode Island Comic Con, and I actually watched a young couple, and I watched their husband, the father of the young couple, take a child in a carriage and push the child away so he could be live, streaming live with me. And I was laughing hysterically. The guy's name was Edwin. You can see the video on my personal page. And I was like, dude, did you just push your child out of the way? And he started laughing and he said, I didn't know what to do with her. But yes, he pushed the child out of the way. And the wife just stood there and looked at him. But they are like attendees to our Rhode Island. They're coming to Rhode Island. They're coming to see us. They're buying 3-day VIP passes. And it was Super Retro Expo. It was really retro.
Eric.
It was Eric.
That's called saving a child from the village people.
He talking about my hat. He just jealous because he likes the sexiness of the hat. And I got a hat for him. He's gonna get it at Rhode Island Comic Con. So he is gonna Jeremy in the house. And look at that right there, Jeremy. Anyway, Sophia.
Yes.
Sophia, tell us about your time. You were hanging out with...
Thank you, Trev. Thank you for always stopping by. Appreciate it.
You were hanging out with Rhea Ripley this weekend.
Well, I mean, not hanging out. That would be amazing. But no, I did see her. She was getting a leg tattoo, which was pretty epic. And then I saw her in the Ice Nine Kills concert being unalived by Art the Clown. What's
Well, just because you saw Rhea Ripley. You saw the Eradicator.
What type of hat is that to your cowboy hat?
I'm wearing this for our guest tonight because the spooky background, and our guest tonight is a professional haunter. Yes, he is epic. I knew this cat for many, many years, and he used to tell one of our old crew members that used to do a lot of camera. He always used to say, James Gagner, you suck. He used to say that all the time. I see him backstage laughing right now. That is a special cat. Oh, I got a couple of these hats. I got a couple of these hats.
I have one as well.
Yes, you do. We both wore them. We both wore them at the same time. Anyway, this cat, when the Angrygeeks first started 11 years ago is when I met this cat. And I did not know he was a professional haunter until a few years afterwards. So let's just bring him out without further ado. Let's bring out the one and only Bill with one L. Bill, what's going on?
Hi, Bill.
Hi. I love the sound. I love the sound of that professional haunter. It makes it sound like I make my living doing that. I'm more like a professional ding dong, I guess. But
wait, you're a gigolo?
ladies. Yeah.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah. So yeah, I work in haunted houses. I've been doing it for this is going to be my 26th season, and
Dude,
it's
that's now when
uh,
like I said, I mean, I could go through the archives of Angry Geeks photos and Angry
mhm,
Geeks videos, and
yeah.
we were both like many pounds lighter, a lot of hair on top of our heads more.
You, not me. I just dropped like 15 pounds.
No, I've been dropping weight. We all know that.
Okay.
And it's like I did not know that you were a haunter until a few years later on. So
Yeah, well, whenever you and I met was during like the big boom of Comic Cons, and I won this like weird genetic lottery ticket where I kind of looked like Robert Downey when it was a really good time to look like Robert Downey. So I used to cosplay as Tony Stark, and that was like the best icebreaker in the world because everybody wants to take your picture. And I met so many people. That's how I met you. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So with
Oh,
You missed out on that, Sophia.
yeah,
Sorry.
wait. Oh, Eric says, yes, I will see you at the Blue Oyster this weekend, son. Yes, you will, Papa.
sorry. There's more comments that I totally missed.
Oh, okay.
I got it. I got it. I got the joke.
Guy says
um,
hi. Bill with 1L.
okay.
Hunter is good, but Gengar is better.
Okay, I wanted to ask Bill. That's one of my questions. Thank you,
Hi,
Guy.
Jen.
Guy is one of our mods. Um, what is the difference between a hunter and a Gengar?
Well, you'd have to tell me what a Gengar is first. I don't. I don't have that
Pokemon.
answer.
It's a Pokemon.
A
It's a Pokemon.
Pokemon. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Next
Well,
question.
okay. Next question.
It's a ghost
Oh,
Pokemon.
that's
Okay.
right. That's right. There is a Haunter Pokemon. Somebody brought that to my
Mhm.
attention. I know
Okay.
next nothing about Pokemon.
Well, I was reading, and it was like, whoa, I'm not just a hunter. I'm also a Gengar, and I'm like, what is this? This is the first I heard of it, which was today when I was refreshing myself because
Yep.
there is some people that actually go to school or get trained to be a haunter. What is that about? Do you know anything about that? Did you go to school to be a haunter? I want to know
Uh.
about that.
So oddly enough, I had some training. It was mostly on the job training and stuff like that. And I really maybe about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit more. I really wanted there to be training, like classes that we could go to and all that. And we used to go out to, and we still do to an extent, called the Midwesters Haunters Convention. It was out in Columbus, Ohio, and there was seminars that you could take. It's a big convention. It's not like Silver Scream or Rock and Shock or TerraCon or anything like that. It's specifically for haunted house actors,
Hmm.
and they have seminars on. We took an improv class and this stuff on makeup and stuff like that. So I wanted to have my hand at it, and I wanted to teach seminars on the national level like that. So I talked to my boss at when I worked for Spooky World, and I was like, can I do weekly classes just so I can basically learn how to teach? So I started this thing called Scare School, and I no longer work for Spooky World, but Scare School actually still goes on. It got passed on to my friend Brian, and I think there's another Brian doing it now, but the other Brian's still involved. But it's good to see that Scare School still like survives. NPR actually did a story on me, so there's my hold on, let me yeah, there it is. NPR, yeah, NPR did a story on my Scare School at Spooky World. Yeah.
He went to the school. Bruce said he went to the school of hard knocks. What made you want to get into being a professional hunter? What made you want to do this besides your love for horror films?
Right.
What was like? I want to scare people. What?
Yes. So I grew up watching horror movies. I got my creature double feature T-shirt on here. Um, and 1999, Spooky World had moved from their original location in Berlin, and they were at Gillette Stadium for about 4 years, 5 years. And when they first moved there, I was in a band. I used to play in a punk rock band called Too Many Gens, and the whole band had gone up to see Spooky World because it had just moved a little bit closer. And the bass player and I were just like saucer-eyed through the whole thing because we're both horror movie junkies. And so I said to him, I was like, we're going to work here next year. And he was like, yeah, okay. And he thought I was kidding, but I wasn't. We filled out applications. We both worked. Wasn't really for him. And here it is 25 years later, and I'm still at it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
How many different characters do you do? Sophia, I'm sorry. I'm asking Bill so many questions.
Okay.
You're going to have your turn in a second. How many different characters that you do?
What, in the past 25 years?
Yeah.
I lost count. I have no idea how many. A lot. Currently, I have three or four characters that are in rotation whenever I do the queue line. Like I entertain the crowd before they go into the haunted house.
Mhm.
But sometimes I'm actually working inside the haunted house. That's kind of the beauty of where I work now, Barrett's Haunted Mansion. Link.
What is inside the description for that?
There it is.
Guy, if you could pull that up.
Yep. The beauty of working for Barrett's Haunted Mansion is we really rotate the crops over there. So one night I might be working a spot inside the house. Another night I might be working a spot in the outdoor attraction, Outpost 34. Or I might be running the queue lines. And if I'm running the queue lines, I might be one character one night, another character another night. Sometimes I actually do 2 or 3 characters on the same night, just to mix it up so the crowd always gets a fresh show.
Okay. I saw your post today. You were a guest haunter at another attraction. We don't want to bring that attraction up. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. Factory of Terror, yeah.
When you have
Thank you, Mangoat.
Thank you, Mangoat. There you go. Right there. BHmansion.com. Go there right now. Book your tickets. Opening weekend is this.
Go there when the show's over. You're watching the show now.
No, you go there when the show's over. That's right. Book your tickets, man. Get your tickets for that. Opening weekend is this weekend. Runs all through October. And just go. See our man, Bill. When you have a belligerent customer, they're there to wreck it for everybody. How do you actually deal with that? Do you just let that go away? I saw what you said to the guy.
The line of the night. I always post that the line of the night. So there's no short answers with me. Whenever I first started haunting, I was in what they call a pop scare. So like the customers come by and they're just like mega, and I would kind of like see what the customers were wearing, see what the customers were doing, and I would always kind of like personalize the show for them. And the managers picked up on that. They were like, wow, you never say the same thing twice. I'm like, well, why? Everybody should get a different show. Mm-hmm. So eventually they put me up at the front of the house so I could really interact with the customers. And that's kind of always been my my character trait, I guess, is I'm really good with interacting with the customers. Mm-hmm. And I'm to be like that, you have to be able to escalate a little bit because you're making fun of them, because it's the most common fear is public speaking. So you're putting people on the spot. So that's kind of the psychology of it. But some customers, and they're really, really bad. Somebody spit right in my face a couple of years ago. Another guy, that's disgusting. And I don't know if you get the newspaper. There was a pandemic a couple of years ago, so that's not exactly sanitary. Another guy like chump slapped me like real hard, like on the back, and sometimes the bravado comes out. Once my costume's on, Bill's gone and the character's here, and my character is a little braver than I am. So, for better for worse. But now I'm getting to a point now where it's just like the second something's going wrong, I'm like, security, I don't care. Just get them out of here. They're
know
going to
what they're
learn.
Going in for, so why are they?
Yeah, I don't know what
they can't handle it.
Yeah, I don't know what people think. Buying a ticket gets them access to, but spitting in my face isn't one of them.
No, that's disrespectful.
No, it's freaking it's gross. You can respect Respect I could care less about. It's gross.
It's gross.
Yep.
Gross pants.
Jason
gross.
said something earlier. I don't want it to get buried.
No.
Jason says, I've done scaring before and I love it. What I would give to do it again. So why can't you do it again then? Jason,
Yeah.
so Bill, that's Jason from the UK, just so you know.
Oh, all right.
The one you've played Fortnite with.
Yeah. I mean, Halloween is an American, in United States of America holiday. They do kind of recognize it in other countries, but it's specifically United States.
Okay, got you. Did not know that.
Welcome, Chris. Thank you. With that being said, Charles says booze makes people do wild crap. Yes.
Yep. And we have a bar right on property, so it's not uncommon.
Void says, seems really stupid and gross to pay money to get thrown out for being a dingus. Yeah.
Oh, they didn't just get thrown out. They got a no trespass. They can't come on the property anymore. Yeah.
Jason says Halloween is decently popular around the world. Yes, it is. It is. But I mean, why go there with the intent of reckoning?
Hey, some people just have rocks for brains. What can you say?
Yeah, no.
I honestly, it's people are scared of being scared. If that tracks or makes any sense, so they go in there with this attitude of "You're not going to get me. You're not going to get me."
Mm-hmm. Oh, those people.
Yeah, and they will do anything they can to spoil the show. But there's somebody over there. There's somebody over there. There's somebody over there. And Sophia, you're absolutely right. Stay home, but also give me the $40. Just stay home, but give me your money because we want your money.
Yeah, but still.
No, wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that. We appreciate your money.
Yeah, but they're paying money doesn't mean to be like a shitty human.
Yeah. It doesn't give you carte blanche to chump slap me. Yeah.
You don't touch people, period.
No.
Without consent.
Nope. No. You're a common sense individual, Sophia. These people,
very uncommon.
Currently, no. It's something.
Scary.
You've seen a couple of my magic tricks, Sophia. Yes. I'll do some tricks up on the stage and stuff, and my coworkers will ask me how it's done, and I'm like, no, absolutely not. I'm not telling you. Mm-mm. And some people will try to mess up the trick, and it's
man.
Why would you do that? Why spoil the show? It's just crazy. It's like heckling at a comedy club. And I guess that's what it comes down to. If you're going to be a stand-up comedian, you're going to have to get used to the fact that you're going to get hecklers. So if you're going to be a haunter, every once in a while somebody's going to chump slap you. It's part of the game.
All right. Now, you were talking about before that you want to make everyone's experience authentic and something to remember. Like when Sophia and I are on stage, you've seen what we do on stage. We want to make moments for everyone in the crowd. You're making moments there. How do you pick your victims?
Victims.
Can you reveal that?
So that's peeking behind the curtain a little bit. I worked at King Richard's Fair for 20 years, and King Richard's Fair is like Carney adjacent. It's not really Carney work, but it's Carney adjacent. It's kind of a lot of the same lifestyle with some of the people, maybe the travelers and all that. And so I pick up a lot of Carney slang, and I bring that into haunting. So what you're talking about is not victims, but marks. How do we?
Well, I was going to say mark because of the wrestling world. Okay, so I was going to say mark.
Well, that's the thing, Lewis, is that wrestling has origins in Carney stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
So, and I tell because I teach the classes now at Barrett's. We started up Scare School this year at Barrett's as well. Barrett's Haunted Mansion, link below. So I use a lot of Carney slang. So marks to the customers, that's going to be an easy scare. And the two that I say the most are one, if they're like girls, typically they're gonna, or guys with long hair, whatever. If they're touching their hair,
Mm.
if they're touching their hair, that's a dead giveaway that they're going to be a mark. If they're looking, this is so weird. If they're looking up in the corners of the room, I don't know why, but if they're looking up in the
Cameras. I'm
corners,
looking for cameras.
I don't know. I don't know what they're looking for, but they're looking for something like that. And then my favorite one, and I have to explain because it sounds you'll see what I mean, is what I call the rain dance. And I'm not talking about like Native American traditions.
Mhm.
I'm talking about when you go out in the rain and you don't have a jacket, you walk like this because you don't want the rain getting you on the back of the neck.
Yeah.
You see anybody doing the rain dance, boom, pop. Get that one. That's the one.
They're like kind of like quivering.
That's the mark. That's you're giving yourself away if you do that. Yeah.
What was okay? Joseph McDonald says the problem is people buying a ticket and they think they're obligated to do what they want. We've all seen it, especially at concerts. 100%.
Not wrong.
No, not wrong at all.
Jessica.
Jessica is in the house.
You looked amazing this past weekend, by the way.
Yes, Jessica. She did, and I missed it. How you doing, Jess? Baby, how you doing? Yeah.
I saw pictures. Jess did look awesome.
So, yes, she did. She did, but I had to play that music for her. What was your favorite all-time to date scare that made you laugh inside and you were like, that was a good one after the night was done, that you just had and you were like, I think that person peed themselves?
All right. So so it's been, like I said, 26 years, and you are like, it's hard to pick your favorites, like picking kids, your favorite child, I guess. I can tell you some recent ones that really stand out. Last year, I was working with this new hire, and the room wasn't going well. We weren't really getting too many scares. And I said to her, I was like, are you a dancer by any chance? And I just saw her light up, I was like, okay, you start at the back of the room and start doing that like broken bone walk. I can't do it. I can't dance. So she would do this broken bone walk and kind of like steer everybody towards me. And then I would pop, and I'd do like a death scream, like a rah! Kind of a thing. I had little flashlights on my fingers too. So I'd like,
like a flash.
Yeah, so I'd flash lights in their face and I would death scream. And this one dude, if I had to guess, I'd say he was like 16 years old. He did what I call a lollipop. So he got into the fetal position, but he still was on his feet. So he had like
crouched or
yeah, but like he had one leg down like a flamingo, and the rest of his body was like this circle. So
flamingo, okay.
Yeah, so we called that the lollipop. So he did a lollipop, and he was like quivering too, right? And then I'm like, and I turned to Fonzie. I was like, "Yo, I think this kid just pissed his pants, right?" I mean, he was gone. He was gone. I didn't embarrass him in front of his friends, but I any more than he did himself. But I said to Fonzie, I was like, "Yo, I think this kid pissed his pants." She's like, "Come on." I'm like, "No." I go, "Come here." And I go smell. And she's like, "Oh my God." Because he
wow.
Like if you, boys and girls have different anatomies. If you scare a girl and she pees, it's usually like a squirt. But if you're a dude and you pee, it's like a fuel dump, just complete download. Yeah. That kid, as we say at Barrett, we sold a pair of sweatpants.
Oh wow. I like all your code words. That's awesome. Oh my God.
So does that happen often?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When
Really?
I worked at Spooky World, they used to hand out like little laminated cards, like business cards, but like laminated, and it said I got somebody to pee themselves or whatever. And
like the ribbons they give out at Comic Cons now.
Yeah. So yeah, I got I still have a stack of them. I still have a stack of them back there. Maybe I should implement something like that this year. That's a good idea. I should have do something like that.
And Jessica.
Ooh, could that be email coming my way?
I saw that comment. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that comment for email.
Don't worry,
Jessica says, "Don't worry, Morticia, Sue Storm will be at." And notice how I left Kenny out of that.
Why?
Because Kenny's my brother. I love Kenny to death. We'll be at Granite State. Don't worry.
Yay! We're gonna be there Saturday.
It is 7:30
already.
So yes, so that means we got to pay some bills.
Dingleberry time! Dingleberry!
It's time for Quiz with Quinzel! Look at a new intro.
Love it. Hell yeah. All right, so we're going to ask a question. You have to answer correctly. This week's question is, what was the nickname Steven Spielberg gave to the mechanical shark in the first Jaws movie?
Oh, that's
you asking me?
She's asking both of us.
And,
okay.
And the chat.
Okay. Bonus answer if you can tell me why his name was that.
I don't know.
How's that? I'll go you one further.
Oh.
He's one up.
All right. Well, I know it's Bruce.
Yep.
I know it's Bruce, but
Bruce is the name of the shark, and Bruce was also the name of Steven Spielberg's lawyer.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So that's why they named. Huh.
That's why the shark's name is Bruce. Yep.
Huh.
That's awesome.
Yes. So we got no points, and did chat?
Joe said yes. Joe guessed Bruce, and Mangoat says such a good question. I will say I give credit to Mangoat. Mangoat actually did the suggestion of that question.
Oh, thank you, Mangoat. He's such a good mod, man. I love it. Lawyer Shark, Joseph McDonald. And I have to, is that Brother Joe McDonald? That's what I have to ask. Or is that another Joseph McDonald? Jason said, when I think of Shark Call Bruce, I think of Bruce from
That's what I think.
Nemo.
I think of Bruce from Nemo, which is probably a throwback.
Yeah, I think that's a chicken and egg situation.
Yes. All right. So, Bill, how long does it take you to get ready for each haunt?
Yepers.
Yes, it is. Okay. How long does it take you to get ready?
Depending on the character, and I'm much like professional wrestlers in the 80s, or a masked wrestler, so to speak, where I don't like giving away who my characters are to the public. I mean, my friends know, but to the public like this, I'm not going to say, well, I do this character and I do that character, because if somebody is watching now and then they come to Barrett's Haunted Mansion, link below, if they come to Barrett's Haunted Mansion, they're going to see the character and they're going to be like, oh, that's Bill. Hi, Bill. And that's just
it kind of kills it.
Yeah. So Sophia saw me this weekend, so to paint the picture for her, the character that I did on Saturday, that one takes me the better side of an hour, probably like 45 minutes to an hour to do. And then that one, again, keeping the show fresh for everybody, I redesign that character's makeup every year.
Wow.
So
I didn't know that was you.
What he looked like on this weekend, 2 years ago, he didn't look like that. 1 year ago, he didn't look like that. And then the character I did on Sunday, that one's real quick. That's as fast as putting on a pair of pants, really. That's just a masked character. But that's a fun character because I went around the whole day and I messed with Sophia 3-4 times and I didn't reveal myself. And she couldn't believe it.
He threw in an accent, so I couldn't recognize the voice. I'm like,
well, to be honest with you, at the end of Terracon, you were in a totally different costume, and I didn't know it was you. You came over, talked to Sophia, myself, and Sophia's sister, and you were talking, and I was like, all right, dude, we got to go. I'm freaking hungry. I want to go eat. And you were sitting there talking, and I was like, all right, I don't want to be rude to this guy, but I'm hungry. And my medicine was kicking in. I had to go eat. And finally, I was like, oh, my God, is that him? And, dude, you knocked it out of the park. Yeah. I did not realize it was you.
What was funny was I was explaining to Sophia that it was me, but I was still talking with the accent.
Yeah,
My
Even
sister
after
was there.
even after we left, and it was just me and my friends, and we're going out to the car. As long as I have that mask on, I'm still talking with that accent. And
Mm.
I see Jason ask the question, "What's the character of yours that has the 13 black cats?" That character's name is Stishin.
Stitious?
Stishin, like superstition, but without the
Okay.
super.
Oh, I'm
So,
thinking superstitious.
all right. So before we get to our next segment, I do. Charles says I've been working with Bill going on 5 years, and this was the first time I heard the accent. That's what I was going to get at. So thank you for the
Yeah.
nice segue. How do you go about creating each one of your characters for every haunt?
All right. So we'll start with Stishin. Um, Stishin, I had an idea that I was going to have a character based on bad luck. I
Hmm.
thought that was a cool concept, and and I liked the name. I thought Stishin would make a really really cool name. And then here I am breaking my own rule. I'll give you a peek behind the curtain. So whenever I was a young strapping man in my early 20s, I had this nightmare about wolves with razor blades. They had like X-Acto blades for
Oh my
teeth.
god.
And yeah, that's a good nightmare. And when I first started doing Stishin, he just had like a regular mask with an articulating jaw. And I was like, this needs something. This needs a punch of some sort. And then I remembered back to that dream, and I was like, yo. So for years, I actually had real razor blades. I had dulled them out with a grinding wheel, but those were like legit razor blades in the mask. But the one that I have now, they're actually 3D printed, so they're a lot
Okay.
safer.
All right. Void says bad luck, superstition, stition. That is a great way of finding their name.
It is. It's
Yeah.
creative.
Uh, Yep. And then another character that I do. Do you ever see the Mighty Boosh? You know what that is? The Mighty
No.
Boosh. It's a Britcom. It's a British sitcom thing. And there was this one character on there called the Spirit of Jazz, and I absolutely loved his look. And he had this like white tuxedo with a white top hat that had fire coming out of it. And I was like, all right, I gotta somehow work this into a character. And I had the white tuxedo, I didn't have the fire, but it started with that. It started with the that thing. I guess it's like a case of always
Thank you.
keeping your eyes open,
Hmm.
and maybe just like some at some point or another, inspiration is going to hit you. It's like a musician constantly walking around with his guitar because you never know that song might come.
Okay. Are you exclusive to Barrett's? Are you under contract? Or if someone watching right now says, hey, we would like to have him guest haunt at one of our plays. Hey, and Jabo, the toy collector, says hi. Hey,
Hi,
Jabo, how's it going,
Jabo.
brother? Are you available to guest haunt, or are you available to have haunting classes? Let people know now.
Okay, am I available for hire? Sure, why not? Give me a
Okay.
call. I will come and train actors. Sure, I'd love to do that. That sounds like a good time. As far as guest acting goes, I am not under contract. Nobody is under contract that I am aware of with haunted houses. These are seasonal jobs, which is why I kind of like made a weird face about being a professional haunted. It's just a seasonal job. I don't it doesn't pay a lot of bills. Um, my loyalty is with Barrett's Haunted Mansion. That's where I work.
Mhm.
If we're open, I am working at Barrett's Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
So this past weekend, we're not open yet, but Factory of Terror was. And my
Okay.
friend Mike owns Factory of Terror, and he always gives me like free merch and tickets and stuff like that. So I told him, I go, I'm gonna come work for you one night. Keep the paycheck. I'll just come and work for you one night. And I'd like, he goes, you don't owe me anything. I was like, yeah, but I want to. So just take it, dude. I'm offering you free haunting. So I went and worked for him on Saturday. It was a good time.
All right. When I was in the ring way back when, You would be getting dressed. You're getting dressed in front of your peers. You're getting ready. A legend would walk in. Someone would walk in from the circuit,
Mhm.
and they would newbies, greenhorns. We would look up and go, "Dude, the hold on. What? Wait a minute. Why are you laughing? Are you laughing at a comment or what I'm saying?"
What you just said.
Okay, green.
So
They would look. They would look up and go, "Dude, you know who that is?" Does that
yeah.
happen with you when you walk into someplace new? Like when you walk into the
Uh,
dressing room?
it better not. I think that's silly.
Really? You
Yeah,
okay?
like like my friend Mike at the haunt, he goes, I don't know. Some people like having a title. He goes, I guess my title is like lead bottle washer. Um, so I for doing it so long, and like I've created my own characters and this, that, and the other. I do have some sort of like notoriety. Having a stage name that follows you around, like Bill Withonel, doesn't
Hmm.
hurt either. Um, but I find it silly that people will like quote unquote admire or look up to me. It's
Okay.
like um, I was, like I said, I just volunteered for Factory of Terror, and one of their managers sent me this really, really, really nice long message saying, you've been at it for so long, you have this, nice reputation behind you, but you did, I didn't take anybody's spot. They like all their spots were already allotted, and I didn't push anybody out of the way. I didn't do this, that, and the other. I was like, I don't know, just stick me anywhere. So they put me in like a Reaper robe and just, no big marquee, no anything. Just it was just a spot. I didn't even have lines really. I just kind of did the death scream most of the time until that guy shouted out, testicles at me. But what a what a ladies man. But he was like he was like commenting to me that like it was really cool that I took such a quote unquote low level spot, and I was like, bro, there is no low level spots. You're scaring people, whenever the people get out of there at the end of the night and they're getting in their car and they're driving home, they're not gonna be talking about like, wow, that guy was really articulate and smart with his lines, that was really clever. No, they're gonna be talking about the guy that dropped into the floor. We're in the business of scaring people, and that's where it lies. I'm what we at my haunt, what we call Barrett's Haunted Mansion. My haunt is what we call a roamer. Other places they call them midway actors, or they may call them line actors, but it's all the same thing. It's the characters that roam around the line while you're waiting, um, and kind of like priming the pump. But a lot of people
Thank you,
get
boy.
confused. A lot of people get confused that that's like a some sort of level to achieve, and it's not. It's just a different style of haunting, and it takes a different type of person to do that. Not just anybody could do it. You have to be somebody that's quick witted in my case, or you have to be somebody that's just physically intimidating, like my friend Punch. Um, it's a different type. It's not a graduation. It's not a promotion. At least I don't think it is. And I always tell the people inside the house, like, oh my God, I want to get out on what I call it the floor. I want to get out on the floor so bad. It's like, why? People are waiting in line to see you. They're not waiting in line to see me. They're giving me a bunch of crap, is what they're doing. They're spitting in my face. They're spitting in my face. They're chump slapping me. They're waiting in line to see you. You're the star. That's the way I see it anyway.
Awesome. All
Hmm.
right, Sophia, you want to
Hmm?
do a rapid run on comments? We're up to 55. You want to do a rapid run
Oh,
before we
I'm
get to?
caught up. We are caught up. I
All
mean,
right. Well,
Joe did say, "Welcome to Fall River" was the last
okay.
comment. So.
All right. Are you?
Joe, hold on, Joe. I'm going to argue that point, okay? Because the next town over from us is Brockton, so that Brockton can be a tough town too. So I don't want to have a contest on who's got the most aggressive customers, but they're not exclusive to Fall River. I'll tell you that.
All right, get ready. Question of the question of the week is brought to us by Alternate Universe LLC, Milford and New Haven. Every Wednesday, new comic book day. Contact Eric. Hey, we're going to have a special event. Sophia and I are going to be there. It's at a brewery, of all places, but it's Family Fun Day. I don't know how it's going to be, but it's Nirvana. We're going to be there hanging and banging, hanging out. And hanging and banging, that's an old wrestling term. That's what that means. It's a wrestling term. Bill knows what it means. People always, newer people, look at me like confused, but no, it's a wrestling term. The Ultimate Warrior used to say it, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, we all used to say it back in the day. Anyway, come and see us. We're going to be posting, talking about it pretty soon, having some fun. Family Fun Day, Nerdvana. Question number 1. Chat, get ready. Bill, get ready. You're our guest. You're going to answer this first. Chat, get ready to answer. Sophia, are you ready for question number 1? What movie scared you as a child? What movie scared you as a child? Bill, go first.
All right. I got 2 answers. I'm going to go with the more obscure one. I think is there was a movie, and I didn't get to see it till I was actually older. It was just the commercials. The movie came out in like the mid 70s. I was a little boy, and the name of the movie is Magic, and it stars
with the dummy
with Fats the Dummy. Yeah, with Anthony Hopkins.
Yes.
Anthony Hopkins and I can't think of her name right now. Beautiful woman. She never looked better in than in that movie. No, Tommy. What was her name? She's in Tommy.
I can't remember, but I remember.
She was on the Flintstones too. But anyway,
yes.
the commercial had the puppet, and he's singing this he's talking this poem, and I can still remember it verbatim. And the upper lip, it's a ventriloquist puppet. The upper lip goes, and it bears the teeth, and then the eyes roll around and stuff like that. I was like, nope, we're all done. We're all done here.
Sophia.
That's one of my favorite movies now, though. One of my favorites. Yep.
All right. Sophia, what movie scared you as a child?
So I don't remember the name of it, but it was a zombie movie when I was a kid. I just remember some like teenagers goofing around in a cemetery and pushing open some sort of like gravestone, like tomb type of thing, and then it like let out some like, I don't know, gas or whatever the hell. And like
Return of the Living Dead.
Okay, Return of the Living Dead. That scared me as a child, more so because my grandmother, who doesn't lie, she tells the truth, probably didn't understand what I was saying or was trolling me. I said, "Are zombies real?" And she said, "Yes, honey." And I just like, oh my God, freaked me out. I'm like, yep, nope, but I'm not scared of zombie movies anymore. There's nothing that can scare me.
All right, before we get to chat,
that might actually be part 2, though. But okay.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
All right, before we get to chat, I was traumatized. There's 3 of them, but I'm gonna have to say
ramen. Just kidding.
No, that ramen. Children Don't Play with Dead Things.
That's the title?
That's the title.
Never heard of that.
It was the world's most worst zombie movie ever. But when you're 6 years old and you're like, I think it was my aunt or uncle, they put this movie on. That scared the crap out of me, and I didn't sleep for days.
That's like Movie Loft. That's like Channel 38 or Creature Double Feature stuff.
Yeah.
And now, Children Don't Play with Dead Things. I could be wrong. That might be Hays Code horror. So we're talking anything in between like 1935 and 1968. Hays Code horror has this really, really weird beat to it because they had so many rules they had to abide by because there was no rating system at that time.
Yeah, and the one after that was Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Not the remake, but the original. When she was using a Kodak camera and the creatures were pulling her down the hallway. because I lived in a house that looked like that growing up, and that scared the crap out of me. All right, let's hit chat really quick for question number one.
The chat's popping off. Let's see. So I'm going to scroll up. All right. So Void says Monsters, Inc.
Really? Okay.
He is younger than us.
Yeah.
Not a movie. Outer Limits.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Outer Limits is super good stuff.
Yeah, super good.
I've not heard of it.
Well, we're gonna have to watch. I was just gonna say that we're gonna have to watch some stuff.
We have a huge.
Invite me. I'll watch. I love that. I love Outer Limits.
Alrighty. Okay. I used to be terrified of Night Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, and Monster House.
Oh, okay, Jason.
I was a very wimpy kid. Haha. Guy says It with Tim Curry. Now I love scary clowns.
Okay.
I love scary clowns too. And now there's some of my all-time favorites. Yes. Christian says I've caused people to wet themselves and crap themselves just saying, oh boy.
Hey, because you're a bona fide tough guy, and I was actually thinking about you today, brother, and I will contact you about what I was thinking about you about. It was something I wanted to say on the show, but I wanted your permission first.
Okay.
Okay.
And Margaret.
And Margaret.
Thank you.
And Margaret. Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, she was in that movie Magic I was talking about.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see.
Beautiful woman.
Ooh, the original witches. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, that scared the crap out of my daughter.
But was told my dad showed me it as a baby, so that counts too.
Okay.
Return of the Living Dead.
Yes.
Jason, I've noticed people are scared of things when they're kids. They end up loving it as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Ben says witches guy. Yeah. That's weird. Yes. His comments is showing on my Twitch. It says like my cousin's making me watch Jaws right before going swimming at the lake at the boathouse. Oh boy. Children shouldn't play with early
70s. Yep.
Early 70s. Okay, so that yeah. So the rating system that we have now, the PG, GR, PG-13, and all that it wasn't like a light switch. It happened over a couple of years, and
it was a bizarre movie, man.
It started in like '68, and it really got fully implemented by the early '70s, and that's why. And children shouldn't play with dead things. Probably falls into that category. Yeah. Movies like The Exorcist and Clockwork Orange, Death Wish, all those movies that came out at that time are really screwed up and crazy because the directors were like, we can do whatever we want. All right, well, we're going to do whatever we want then. Yeah. That's why those early 70s movies are all nuts.
Yeah, okay. I know. All right.
We got 7 minutes left. We have 2 comments and 1 more question. Ready?
Yeah, 1 more question.
Thriller, music video, an amazing video, iconic. Yep. And nothing as a kid, but jump scares get me. The Grudge had a few. The Grudge is a good one.
All right, we do have question. The second question.
Speed run.
Favorite movie kill of all time. Oh. Bill, favorite movie kill of all time.
Just for the sheer comedy of it, I'm gonna go with the sleeping bag. The sleeping bag kill from, I believe it's Friday the 13th, Part 7.
Okay.
Kids in the sleeping bag. Jason picks up the sleeping bag and just starts slamming it into a tree repeatedly. And it was such a good kill. The thing about the Friday the 13th movies and the Jason movies as a whole is they rarely repeat a kill. Like every kill is different. That one they did twice. The sleeping bag happened again in Jason X. Yeah.
Wow. Really? Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Sophia, favorite movie kill.
Okay, spoiler alert to anyone that hasn't seen any of the Terrifier movies. And also, I don't know if this is going to be a little too graphic, but it's the part in the bathroom for the kids where Art has a chainsaw and stick it up the guy's butt and saw it.
Bill Diamond! That is Bill Diamond's favorite kill as well. Yes. That is Bill Diamond's favorite kill.
By the chainsaw.
Get pegged by a chainsaw. Now, my favorite movie kill, really quick, it does not come from a horror movie, but it comes from Rutger Hauer's movie, Wanted, where he took a grenade and stuck it in Gene Simmons' mouth and then said, then at the end of the movie, Gene Simmons played a terrorist, and he was gonna get a bonus for bringing Gene Simmons in. And the end of the movie, they said, "What do you want to do about the bonus?" And he goes, "Yeah, he said for the bounty, give the bounty to the husband to the wife." And then he goes, "Okay, what about the bonus?" And he looks at Gene Simmons, takes the duct tape off of his mouth, pulls the pin, and goes, "F the bonus," and walks away. The Gene Simmons head explodes.
Oh my god!
Brilliant! That's my favorite movie kill of all time from Wanted, and fantastic!
All right, we got two more comments came in.
Yes,
sounds like an epic death. Okay, so Joe says sleeping bag or the kid getting his head punched off in Jason in Manhattan.
Yes.
Sleeping bag was the New Blood. And Floyd says the kid that threw the F-ass penny. So he's talking about the newest Final Destination movie. Not to talk about any spoilers, but let's just say the person that he's talking about gets what's coming to him. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, we only got a couple minutes.
I know we got 4 minutes. I like a couple, but I've never watched the movies, but I have seen clips of them. And the one Terrifier, when he saws the woman in half, or the one in the of the Halloweens where I think, oh my god, I have to read faster. Michael beats one of the bullies to death with a stick.
Oh, that's one of Rob Zombie's films.
That's in Rob Zombie's first Halloween. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That scene went on forever.
Yes.
It was like uncomfortable how long that went on for. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was a young kid too, and he was like, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah. I don't know where to put my hands at this point. Yeah.
Oh, all right, Bill.
Yeah.
Thank you for being our guest tonight. We had a lot of comments saying tonight's episode was an awesome show. You were a great guest. Please tell everyone where they can find you online. Once again, bring up the link to Barrett's. And please tell everyone where they can find you online. And for haunt classes, tell everyone where they can find you.
All right. So during season, like right now, my social media is locked up. My social media is locked up because I like to protect the characters. Like we're keeping kayfabe, as the wrestlers used to say. But what I do, and I'd like people to follow this, is I have another Instagram called 28 Dolls. And it's all words, no numbers, 28 Dolls. I do artwork. I draw portraits. And I always felt weird about like charging my friends money for portraits. So I decided a long time ago that I was going to start taking donations. So if anybody gives me toys or makes a charitable donation to like Make-A-Wish or something like that, I take the toys and I donate them at the end of the year for Toys for Tots. All my drawings are absolutely free with the caveat of that you have to give me a toy or something or some sort of charitable donation.
That's awesome. Nice.
So that's 28 Dolls, and that's on Instagram. Like I said, all words. There is a Facebook group called Many Haunts, One Family. That's for all the haunted houses to kind of like get together and support one another. That's another organization that or movement or whatever that I started, but it's nothing I'm holding tight onto. Everybody could be a part of it. I want everybody. If you're in the haunted house community, please join Many Haunts, One Family, and come see Barrett's and allow us to make you allow us to force you to buy a pair of our sweatpants.
Sophia, everyone knows they can see us this weekend at Granite State Comic-Con, but where can they see you? Where can they find us online? Where can they find you online? And where can they see us every week?
You can find me at Sophia Cormier on all the platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Cameo, Blue Sky, YouTube. And you can find us at the Angry Geeks on the same platforms and theangrygeekshow.com.
Yeah, and make sure you find us on your public access television station. If we're not there, call them up. Tell them you want us. And get us on there. They can contact us through our website or through the Angry Geek Show at gmail.com. And we'll get on that network. And you can find the audio version of this podcast wherever you find your local podcasts, wherever you like them. And Joseph, hey, what's going on, brother? New England Fan Fest. Always a good time. And you can also find us on Pod TV. Get that app, man. Roku, Amazon. watch us Friday nights. We're there. Get on there. Anyway, I'm Lewis. That's Sophia. That's Bill with one L. Next week, we got an old friend coming back. One of the hottest authors on the market, and her books are really good too. Tabby Winters is going to be back, and we're going to have a blast. So, hey, without further ado, we will see you guys next week.